Happy Friday, everyone. My fellow warriors. There are so many of you. So today is what I have begun to call my KFG Fridays, Keep Forward Going Fridays live. And I will be posting or doing one back to back. I'll do one in Spanish after this one is over. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, I'm parked beside a really beautiful sunflower field right now. I love these sunflowers. Who doesn't love sunflowers, right? This has been a really, really difficult week for me. It's really hard to express in words and for people that have not dealt with the pain of losing somebody very, very close to you. And I've tried my best, you know, since 6.5 years ago when my first child was killed, when Josie was killed. I have done my absolute best to try and look up. I always try to look up, but what a lot of people don't see behind the scenes with, I'm guessing, all of us that are grieving moms and dads or brothers or sisters or children or aunts or cousins. I'm guessing what many of us don't see is all of the times in between. You know, you might see us like on Facebook right now, or you might see us you know, at church or at, you know, one of our children's activities through the week, or, you know, family gatherings. But what you don't see is all that time in between. And we often, you know, get lots of words of, you know, encouragement, and, you know, even people telling us, you know, how strong we are, how good we're doing. They can't, you know, they don't know how we do it. I'm not as strong as you. A lot of these things, you know, we hear, or people just avoid us altogether because they don't know what to say. And, hola tía. Tía, voy a dar un mensaje aquí en inglés primero y después en, no sé, unos 10, 15 minutos más lo voy a hacer en español. Todos los viernes a las 11, no sé, 11:15 más o menos. Voy a tratar de hacerlo en español. So I was just quickly telling my aunt that I will be doing a Spanish live every Friday right after this one in English, so about 11:15. And I'm going to try to keep my message really short today. But in a nutshell, like, this has been a very, very hard week for me. And I have tried, like, part of my reason for writing, for blogging, for doing this live, and I've started my new podcast, my video podcast series, Finding Forward in Grief. Part of it is just really wanting to document, you know, the very real, unedited moments that I believe we all go through. And it just so happens that I'm that person that I'm able to talk about it and have no shame, I guess, when it comes to sharing it. But I believe that because I want everybody to see it. It's not always, we don't always look strong. We don't always look, we aren't always together. And I've had some really extremes this week when it comes to my attitude, my behavior. I've lost my temper. My children could tell it all to you. But here I am today, sitting beside these sunflowers, and I have, come out on the other side. And so my little message that I wanted to share was how, like, if you compare grief to, or I want to put it into more tangible terms. If you were to compare, I'm going to say this. So my children, Josie and Julian, they're gone, and that love that I have for them, it's, if I were to compare it to this, the heartbreak, the heaviness of that, to this really, really big boulder. It's so heavy, like so heavy that you can't even hardly move it. You can't take a step forward. You can't take a step anywhere. It's just so heavy. And so if I were to compare that boulder to that loss that I feel, that love, it's heavy because of the love. That never goes away. That never goes away. And many people that are struggling with child loss in particular, we're often asked if we've gone to see a counselor, or if we've tried this or we've tried that, or many, many different things. And I think that what happens, I believe this with all my heart, is that, that pain never lessens. That weight, that boulder, it never gets any lighter. It's heavy. It's so heavy. But we get stronger. And we're able to pull that with us. Wherever we go, it's always there. We're carrying it around. And something that came to me was when we do our best to look up. And when I say look up, to me that means when you look to God to help you, to strengthen you, that heavy boulder can be turned into a ball of light. Our loved ones can be that ball of light that will accompany us everywhere we go. And they'll help us to continue. And the only other way to continue without that heavy weight, and it takes work to convert that into a ball of light that can actually increase our growth and our understanding, and lend us the support and clarity that we need to continue our journey, And the other option is to just drop our rock and continue life without it and pretend that, just sever that attachment that we have. And I think that there are instances where that happens, where people choose to do that. Maybe other kinds of losses that would make total sense. Like if you had been, abused, or, there are other heavy boulders that we would definitely want to just sever. But this one that is our loved one, and the love that we possess for our children, we don't ever want to cut that. We don't want to leave that burden. It's with us. And so when people try to tell us, that maybe we should see a counselor, or what are we doing, to whatever, heal ourselves, they very unknowingly, hurt us more, because they don't understand that we will never let go. So as I said, this week was really hard for me, and I went into a really dark place. And so as I think about how, my children can be this ball of light in my life, we're human. We're human, we're these spiritual beings, but we're having an earthly experience here. And so sometimes our ball of light, it turns back into that really heavy boulder. And we have to cycle through the process again to get it to come back to that ball of light. And I would like to suggest to start with compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Be gentle, be kind to this person. If you've, whatever it is, let it go. Let that stuff go. And try to embrace all the light that you can possibly gather from that bright ball. I will look for you all on here again next Friday, and I'm going to jump off and do a live in Spanish really quick. I thought it would be quicker than it was. I'm sorry it took me a little longer. If you will look at the link, I have a new YouTube channel I've posted here, and so please check it out. It's not all happy. So keep going, my friends. Keep going. I'll see you next Friday.